Hi, welcome to Between the Bags and Boards. I'm Kurt.
And I'm Matt. And today we're going to be looking at Captain America #1. Captain America #1 is written by Rick Remender with art by John Romita. The issue begins in 1926 with Steve's childhood. His mother is telling his father that he needs to find work, that he can't sit at home getting drunk. His father does not respond well to this and hits her. Steve is hiding underneath the kitchen table crying. Even after being hit, his mother gets up and continues to stand up to his father, and is hit again. After Steve's father eventually leaves, Steve asks her why she didn't just stay down. She responds saying, "You always stand up." The scene then shifts to the present era on the 4th of July. Captain America is on the hull of a plummeting plane. The plane is being flown into Manhattan by a psychotic eco-terrorist who wants to kill humans to save the planet Earth. Steve eventually takes control of the plane and lands it in the river. He then goes to meet up with Sharon Carter, his girlfriend. She wishes him a happy 90th birthday on the way to their next mission. She also confesses that she wants their relationship to move forward and proposes to him. Steve is taken aback by her request, but is given a reprieve when the mission begins. They are boarding a subway on a defunct line to see where it goes. However, when they arrive, the conductor tells them that there is only room for one passenger, Steve. After he boards, Steve is distracted by Sharon's proposal. He fails to notice that he has walked right into a trap and is knocked unconscious. When he wakes up, he finds that he is a prisoner of Zola in Dimension Z. He has been strapped down so that they can take samples of his blood. As they extract his blood for their experiments, Steve is in immense pain. However, Steve remembers his mother's words, "You always stand up," and breaks out of the chair. Steve then proceeds to destroy the laboratory and finds a jet to escape. However, he is unable to escape Dimension Z and crashes in some unknown wilderness. It also turns out that he has rescued one of the test tube babies that Zola was growing. How will Captain America make it out of Dimension Z and back home?
I'm not exactly sure how he's going to get back, but the obvious answer would be to use the route that he came in from. So that would be the train that he was kidnapped from, if he can find that again.
I'm thinking Sharon might come save him.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have the whole relationship thing. She's going to want the answer to proposal. Speaking of which, what did you think about the proposal?
I thought it was terrible. One, she sets it up with no time for him to react. They're on their way to a mission. She sort of just throws him a box saying, "Hey, how about this?" It was, I guess, the definition of unromantic, but I don't know. Maybe because they're secret agent spies, always busy. They don't have time to do this type of stuff. But I thought it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I also thought it was kind of funny how Steve was like, "In my day, it was always the man who proposed to the woman."
Yeah.
So.
Well, especially if that's how Sharon's going to propose, just sort of throw him the thing as they go to a mission. I bet Steve, if he meant to propose, he'd do something a little bit more showy.
Yeah, although, like she said, Steve wouldn't propose until she was like 92. So.
Yeah.
So do you think they'll actually go through with it?
I think it'd be interesting if they did, because then it would allow us to see a new Captain America, like a family man Captain America, and they sort of highlight his family in the beginning with the whole mother scene, and so maybe this could become into more of a family comic. New Marvel's
new first family.
Yeah, new first family. Move over, Fantastic Four.
Speaking of the scene with his mother, what did you think of the whole "always stand up" kind of catchphrase that he has now?
I mean, I thought it was kind of cliche, but it works for Captain America because Captain America is kind of a cliche character.
I really liked what I really liked about it was it kind of tied into the fact that while he's a super soldier, he's still somewhat human. Like while he was stopping that eco-terrorist, like his body was hurting, but he's like, "I gotta just push through the pain," which I thought was pretty cool. Was like somebody like Thor would just be like, "This is too easy for me," so he wouldn't feel the pain.
I guess that's true. Now, at the end of the issue, we see Captain America with this test tube baby, and I think it'll be a really interesting thing if he brings that baby back and brings it back to Sharon. It's like one-ups her. Sharon proposes, he just brings back a baby.
It'll never happen. It is not. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
That'd be great relationship one-ups.
Maybe they'll have him for like a few issues, but this is not like some kid they're gonna adopt.
You never know. New Captain America.
It will never happen. So as a grade, what would you give this?
I'd give this issue a 3.5.
3.5. I'd give this one a 3.5 as well. I had really high expectations for it. Rick Remender has done Uncanny X-Force, which is amazing. Secret Avengers, which was great. This is a very different type of comic, and maybe the fact that it's not as dark makes me not like it as much.
Yeah, I'm not exactly a fan of Captain America, but if anyone can make me a fan of Captain America, it's Rick Remender, so we'll see how it goes. So we're sealing up this issue between the bags and boards.
Before we go, we have a question for you, the viewer. Do you think Steve Rogers and Sharon Carter will get married?
You can leave the answer to that question in the comments below or reach us via email or Twitter. Check out our Tumblr, and please subscribe and like our videos.
Thanks.